Hello students, welcome back to session 2. I am Siddram Reddy, lecturer, AC Independent PU College, Bangalore. Last class we started power electronics and its applications. In that class we discussed about power diode. So briefly I will explain about power diode. Power diode is power semiconductor device which carries several kiloamperes of current when it is forward biased, and it will withstand or block several kilovolt of voltage when it is reverse bias, that we call it as power diode. So about construction and working of power diode we are discussed in last class. Today's class will discuss about other power semiconductor devices. Please note, this video presentation is exclusively prepared for academic usage and benefit of science students of AC Independent PU College, Bangalore. Students are hereby requested not to share any videos to others. Today we'll start second power semiconductor device, that is power BJT or power transistor. Power BJT is nothing but what? Power bipolar junction transistor, that we call it as power BJT. What is this power transistor? Power transistor is nothing but it is power semiconductor device which has full control over turn on and turn off operations in power control device, that we call it as power transistor. It means power transistor is mainly used for switching applications. This power transistor is current controlled device. So it means output is controlled by input current, that we call it as current controlled device. In this power transistor, there are two types of PBJTs. One is NPN transistor, other one is said to be PNP transistor. So we'll discuss types of transistors one by one. First one, let us consider NPN transistor. NPN transistor is nothing but it is similar to ordinary transistor, but these transistors are used for switching applications. NPN transistor is nothing but a single lightly doped P- region is sandwiched between two N plus regions, that we call it as NPN transistors. It contains three terminals, that is collector, emitter and base. This is base here, there is a small correction, make it correction. There are three terminals, collector, emitter and base. Diagram as well as circuit symbol of NPN transistor is as shown in this slide. At the same time, PNP transistor is nothing but a single lightly doped N- region is sandwiched between two P plus regions, that we call it as PNP transistor. What is PNP transistor? Lightly doped N- region is sandwiched between two P plus regions, that we call it as PNP transistor. Construction and circuit symbol of PNP transistor is as shown in this slide. Please go through this slide. Now we'll move to VI characteristics of PBJT. It is nothing but power bipolar junction transistor. It is nothing but output characteristics of transistor. So first thing, output characteristics nothing but the graph which represents relation between collector current and collector to emitter voltage for a constant base current, that we call it as output characteristics of PBJT. Let us consider CE configuration. So here base and emitter is forward biased, collector and emitter is reverse biased. Let us consider VCE along x-axis, IC along y-axis. When IB equal to 0, that region we call it as cutoff region. This output characteristics of PBJT is divided into three regions. One is said to be cutoff region, second one saturation, and third one active region. Cutoff region is nothing but, in this region, IB equal to 0. When IB equal to 0, collector current almost 0. Due to minority charge carriers, very small amount of current flows. It is said to be almost 0. Therefore, PBJT acts like a open switch, that is said to be off state. When IB is given, as VCE increases, collector current gradually increases. In saturation region, the collector current is said to be maximum, and transistor acts like a closed switch, that is said to be on state. In these two regions, it acts like a switch. Cutoff region, it is said to be off switch. Saturation region, it is said to be on switch. So these two regions are used for switching applications. In active region, collector current remains constant. So explanation of this characteristics is mentioned in next slide. So entire graph is divided into three regions, that is cutoff region, saturation region, and active region. In cutoff region, IC almost 0. Voltage may be anything, but IC almost 0. In order to get 0 ampere, IB must be equal to 0. So transistor acts like a open switch. In saturation region, collector current is said to be maximum. Hence, transistor acts like a closed switch. It is said to be on state. In active region, the region between cutoff as well as saturation, we call it as active region. In this region, collector current remains constant. Here EB junction is forward biased, CB junction is reverse biased. So here the power transistor completes. So next we'll start with SCR. So it means silicon controlled rectifier. Generally we call it as thyristor. So what is this thyristor? What is this SCR? So SCR or thyristor almost same. In thyristor, there are two types of thyristors. One is unipolar thyristor, other one is said to be bipolar thyristor. This unipolar thyristor we call it as silicon controlled rectifier or SCR. Bipolar is nothing but other power devices. What is this thyristor? Thyristor is nothing but, it is 4-layer structure, that is PN structure, and contains 3 junctions. These are used for high power switching applications that we call it as thyristor. There are two types. One is said to be unipolar thyristor, other one is said to be bipolar thyristor. So unipolar is nothing but it conducts only one direction, that we call it as unipolar. So this SCR generally known as unipolar thyristor. Bipolar thyristor is nothing but it conducts both the directions, that we call it as bipolar thyristor. Example for that triac will get in next session. So first we'll start with SCR or silicon controlled rectifier. It is generally known as thyristor, that is unipolar thyristor. Thyristor is nothing but SCR, both are same. It is semiconducting material or silicon semiconducting material. It contains 4 layers, that is PN structure, and 3 terminals and 3 PN junctions, which is mainly used for high power switching applications, that we call it as SCR, silicon controlled rectifier. This is a very important topic, so please go through this particular slide and study properly. Now we'll discuss about construction and working of SCR. So coming to application part, these SCRs are mainly used in rectifier, power control and power conversion purpose. Now we'll go to construction. So here it contains 4 layers, that is P, N, structure, and 3 junctions, junction 1, junction 2 and junction 3, and 3 terminals, that is anode, cathode as well as gate. These are mainly used for high power switching applications. So this is about construction of SCR. So it contains 4 layers, that is PN structure, 3 PN junctions, that is J1, J2 and J3, and 3 terminals, that is anode, cathode, gate. Anode is represented by A, cathode is represented by K or C, and gate is represented by G. And circuit symbol of SCR is mentioned in the diagram. Okay, now we'll start working of this power diode. There's a small note here, working of SCR. There's a small note here. Here anode must be connected to positive terminal of battery. Cathode must be connected to negative terminal of battery. So there are 2 cases arises. First case, when gate is open. Gate is open is nothing but what? Gate current, that is nothing but gate voltage is said to be 0. So or voltage applied between gate and cathode is said to be 0 volt. It is kept open. When gate is open, under this condition, junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased. J2 is said to be reverse biased. When J2 is reverse biased, it looks like NPN transistor with open base. When base equal to 0, already we studied, no current flows through NPN transistor. So as the same type, when gate equal to 0 and no current flows through SCR, therefore SCR is said to be off state. However, voltage applied between anode and cathode increases. At a particular point, junction J2 breaks, SCR starts conducting. That voltage we call it as breakover voltage. So it means the applied voltage at which SCR starts conducting without gate voltage is called breakover voltage. Is it clear? So case 1, when gate is open, in this condition there are 3 junctions, J1, J2 and J3. When gate is kept open, J1, J3 forward biased, J2 is said to be reverse biased. In this case, SCR looks like NPN transistor with open base. Hence, no current flows through SCR. Therefore, it is said to be off state. However, voltage applied between anode and cathode increases. At a particular state, junction J2 breaks, SCR starts conducting. The voltage at which SCR starts conducting without gate voltage is called breakover voltage. So now we'll move to case 2. In this case, gate is applied between gate and as well as cathode terminal. So gate voltage is given. When gate voltage is given, in this condition, electrons move from N semiconductor 2 towards junction J3. As the same type, holes from P semiconductor to N type, which generates gate current. As a result, as gate current increases, which also increases anode current, that is current flowing through anode terminal. As a result, more electrons available at junction J2. In a small time period, junction J2 breaks, SCR starts conducting heavily. that we call it as on state. Once SCR starts conducting, gate loses its control. In order to stop the conduction, we have to remove voltage between anode as well as cathode. Otherwise we can't stop. If you want to stop the conduction, we have to remove applied voltage V. Then only it stops. Is it clear? It's very simple here. When gate is applied with positive voltage, athwa voltage applied between gate and cathode terminal. In this condition, J1, J3 is forward bias, J2 is reverse bias. Under this condition, electrons from N semiconductor starts moving towards junction J3. As the same type, holes from P semiconductor starts moving towards N type, which generates gate current. As gate current increases, which in turn increases anode current. As a result, more electrons available at junction J2. In a small time period, junction J2 breaks, SCR starts conducting heavily. Therefore, SCR is said to be on state. Once SCR starts conducting, gate loses its control. So if you remove gate also, it does not stop at all. If you want to stop the conduction, you have to remove voltage between anode as well as cathode terminal. Is it clear? So next class we'll discuss about there is a small derivation in SCR, that is expression for anode current and VI characteristics of VI characteristics of SCR. We'll discuss in next class.